parish of St Philip Neri in the Diocese of Shrewsbury. This church was one of our diocese's first post-Vatican II churches, and due to this there are many changes on the inside. For example, most of the attention of the church being focused on a central altar rather than a back altar in previous churches. The original design of this church was in response to the necessity to have a central landmark at the end of a long axial avenue in a new estate being built on the Wirral called Woodchurch. Let us take you inside this church and see its many surprises on today's virtual tour. The bronze medal on the wall demonstrates to people that this is a prize-winning church. The Royal Institute of British Architects every year give out gold, silver and bronze medals to any public or private buildings that have exemplary design. This medal is internationally recognised and shows architects across the world of the true standard that this church was built to. 10 areas of Britain are awarded medals, and for the area covering Cheshire, including Wirral, Shropshire, Lancashire, parts of Cumbria and North Wales, St Michael's and All Angels was awarded all 3 medals. On the 26th of September 1967, the medal was placed in the church and blessed by Bishop Grazer. Dominance is achieved by the lines of the great tented roof, which springs from the 4 corners of the nave in a series of folded planes that accumulate in a point above the altar. The roof, which is steel framed and clad in sheet aluminium, rises to a height of 26 metres and is lowered on the west face to throw light onto the sanctuary below. These are our Stations of the Cross here at St Michael's. The tradition of Stations of the Cross dates back to the 4th century, when Christians from all around the world travelled to the Holy Land to recreate the steps of Jesus on Good Friday in Jerusalem. Here, our stations are silver plated and are designed by an armed warden. At St Michael's, Catholics pray the Stations of the Cross usually during Lent, but can be prayed throughout the year. It's often seen as a quick pilgrimage we can make to recreate the last steps of Jesus in his life. From the remembrance of Jesus' death to the living presence of Christ within our church. Symbolised by the red sanctuary lamp, the tabernacle is in which holds the living presence of Jesus, the consecrated bread, which then becomes the body of Christ. The Catechism of the Catholic Church itself states that the tabernacle in which the Eucharist is regularly reserved is to be immovable, made of solid or opaque material, and locked so that the danger of profanation may be entirely avoided. small concrete base is projected from the tower's north wall, and on it surmounts a life-size statue built by Norman Dilworth called Mother and Child. It represents the Virgin Mary with her son Jesus. The gold panels behind it were added at a later date to enhance the statue. This is our altar here at the Church of St Michael, and as one of the first post-Vatican II churches, the design of the church was so that all who entered would have their attention on our beautiful granite altar, which takes the centre of our church underneath the point of our roof. The altar is a place of sacrifice and reminds us of the sacrifice Jesus made in the Last Supper as we celebrate Mass. Here, because of the central altar, the priest can say Mass while facing the congregation who sit on all three sides of the church. Back in medieval times, Mass was traditionally celebrated on tombs or graves of people who had passed away. Because of this, modern altars often have a relic inside to continue that tradition. Thank you everyone for joining us today on our virtual tour of the Church of St Michael and All Angels here in the parish of St Philip Neri on Woodchurch. We hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to come along and take a look inside or outside of our beautiful church, and please Google St Philip Neri Birkenhead. You will find our website where you can find our latest newsletter, our latest information about events that we're having, and all the times of our masses that we have.